obviously Mike is really down on this movie. I am probably there with him, but I still have some questions. But I want to ask you, Mike. I mean, I know aside from saying it's a dumpster fire, like you gotta give me something like tangible. Like you can hang this anger on this, like your old hat hanging on that anger of why don't you like it? That's a loaded question because I know that's so many things.
There are so many places to go in this film. You could start with the fact of how un-Star Trek it is, how absolutely uncreative, how absolutely it flies in the face of anything Gene Roddenberry would have stood for, which it being a Section 31 film, you'd think it would anyway, which is fine, I guess, even though it's not. But it's so un-Star Trek. So looking at it as a Star Trek fan, there's nothing to grab onto here. There is nothing Star Trek about this film. There is no relation to this really Starfleet other than a loose connection with Section 31. There's nothing with the Romulans, the Klingons, any species you really are familiar with. It also completely changes how the Terran Empire works. So if you're a fan of Star Trek and you know about the Terran Empire and some of that stuff, it starts off with like this Hunger Games ripoff that is clearly flies in the face of everything we knew about how you become an emperor in the Terran Empire, which is you kill the emperor from before. It would not have a Hunger Games competition to find the next emperor. It made no sense. On top of that, you have a crew that I could care less about. There's no crew member that has any kind of like, you've got wannabe captain who has no personality. You have Budget Common, who were dealt with throughout the whole movie.
Isn't he the captain there?
Alex Sahar. He's the commander of the Section 31 group.
Who's the wannabe captain that you were talking about?
Rachel Garrett. She wants to be promoted to captain. She's from Starfleet.
Right. Okay.
That makes no sense. You have Zeph, who's this. He's like a robot modification guy who's wearing the suit that's got pasted on, toy models on him. He looks horrendous. The whole character makes no sense. And you've got Fuzz, who's a robot Vulcan. Why is he a robot that's like more advanced than Data apparently? But he's run by this creature so small it shouldn't have intelligence. Like some completely unscientific Men in Black crap going on here, who suddenly becomes obviously the bad guy with a terrible Irish accent. You've got a bad guy whose motivations are unclear. Why he loves Philippa still, why he's trying to destroy our obviously limited resources or some BS crap, but his motivation and his conflicting emotion about destroying Philippa or not just doesn't make much sense when you know what a monster she was. And you even see kind of what a monster she was to him.